Howdy on everyone, Shanti Deva here, and welcome to today's practice, today's meditation practice, where we are going to be more working on our breath awareness with a equal breathing ratio of where we're going to introduce a count to each of the 4 stages of breathing. So when we say 4 stages, when we naturally breathe in, before we exhale, we have a pause. And then when we get down to the bottom of the exhale, we also have another pause. So there's actually 4 stages to the breath. The in-breath, the pause, the out-breath, and then the pause. And by introducing a count into this thing, or box breathing sometimes this is referred to, or in Sanskrit, Samavriti, it really helps to regulate our breathing patterns. And if we're feeling quite stressed and anxious, a bit too in our head, feeling out of sorts, or actually even in some cases feeling a bit the opposite, a bit lethargic, a bit depressed, Samavriti can help just to turn things in the right way. Just actually we can feel more centered, more balanced. And then just allows us that beautiful pause and that reset to really connect with ourselves, connect to that stillness, that silence on the inside. And we're going to be working with a count, an additional count of breathing in for 4, pausing for 4, exhaling for 4, and then pausing for 4. Now, with any breathing practice, we need to make sure that actually we are adapting the account to what feels comfortable. So if where we start off is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's absolutely fine. But you'll find during the practice, actually, it'll go from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's a steady progress, and also they can create discomfort, especially if this is the first time you've done this, or you're just not used to these breath control practices. But the best measure is always to listen to yourself. So if you feel uneasy or it's just not for you, then that is your cue just to stop the practice and to listen to yourself. And just be gentle, and you might be only manage this for a minute, 2 minutes, but then over time you can manage to build this up into a beautiful practice that you can continue with that breathing practice for as long as possible, or for as long as feels comfortable. So let's get started. So finding your beautiful meditation seat. And that's making sure that we've got an even base. So it doesn't matter where we're sat, as long as we have got that perfect balance between the sitting bones. So we're not leaning more from one side or the other. And once we feel that we've got that stable base, then that just allows us just to grow tall in the spine. A beautiful lift in the sternum. And then draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Take the shoulders back and draw them down in towards the shoulder blade. So we feel a nice opening across the chest. Placing the hands wherever they feel comfortable. And if it works for you, just closing the eyes. And if closing the eyes doesn't work for you, then just gently lowering your gaze down towards the earth. And then just take a few moments just to settle. Just to settle into yourself. Making any changes to your seated position. Just so you can feel more steady, more stable. Just allowing you to be still. Nice. And then become aware of your whole physical body, your whole physical frame. Aware of your whole body from the top of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet. Not missing out any part of your physical body. So being aware of both feet and both legs. Being aware of both buttocks. Aware of whole of the back. aware of both hands and both arms, aware of the whole abdominal space, whole of the chest, awareness of whole of the neck, awareness of whole of the head, and awareness of your beautiful face, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. And then just bring your awareness just to settle at the abdominal space. And just connecting with the movements and sensations that happen here as part of the natural process of breathing. So there's an expansion on the inhale and a softening as you exhale. And we're not controlling the breath at this stage. We are just observing the natural rhythm of the breath and the physical movement and sensations created by this. It's a way of helping us to anchor, to land. It's like allowing the breath to breathe you. And then bringing your awareness very gently up towards the nostrils. And just be aware of the breath flowing in and out of both nostrils. Flowing in on the in-breath, flowing out on the out-breath. And then we're going to introduce a count to the in-breath. So as you next breathe in, just breathe in for a count of 4. Then exhale naturally. And breathe in for that count of 4. Natural exhalation, no count. Just having that count on the in-breath. And then see if you can actually now place a count also on the out breath. So be breathing in for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4. So that's breathing in 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 3, 2, 1. Breathing in 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 3, 2, 1. And just continue where we're just regulating the pace of the in-breath and the out-breath. And then let's take this a little bit further by introducing a pause, a longer pause at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. So breathe in for 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 1. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1. Out for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 1. And just continue with that 4, 1, 4, 1. Just for a few rounds, just so we can get used to pausing the breath or extending that natural pause. And if this is enough for you today, then stay here. If you want to go further, then increase that count of 1 to a count of 2. So you're now breathing in for a count of 4, pausing for 2, out for 4, pause for 2, and then we continue that cycle. 4, 2, 4, 2. And then you can either stay here or increase that count from 2 to 3. Breathing in for 4, pause for 3, exhale for 4 and pause for 3. Before continuing that 4-3, 4-3 cycle. Own rhythm, own pace. And then you can either stay here at 4-3, 4-3, or you can move on to the full equal breathing. We're breathing in for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. And just keep on going for as long as feels comfortable. And also, if you ever find the urge to sneeze, to yawn, just allow that to happen. This is your body's way, or one of the ways the body allows itself to relax. This is where we are just moving our nervous system towards a state of balance. So in for a count of 4, pause for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then pause for a count of 4. And then just do that for a few more rounds. Own pace. And after those few rounds, just end the 4-4, 4-4 breathing practice. Just allow the breath to return back to its natural rhythm. Just notice how you feel. Maybe a little bit more calm, centered, a sense of ease. And then once again, just becoming aware of your whole physical body, your whole physical frame. Aware of the contact that your body has with the surface beneath you. Becoming aware of the room you're in and the shape of that room. And any sound in the room and the world around you. Giving the eyelid a gentle squeeze, maybe wiggling your toes and the fingers. And then when you're ready, just open up the eyes, maybe blink them a few times, just to adjust to your surroundings. And welcome back. So a beautiful breathing practice to reduce stress, anxiety, by in sometimes equalising the in-breath and the out-breath, and introducing those pauses that just help us to move into a little bit more state of stillness, harmony. And if you're too in our heads, just turns down the volume. Or if you're too sleepy, turns up the volume. So we feel a bit more you, a bit more self. So you continue exploring this beautiful practice and see where it takes you. But be gentle, be kind. Until next time, namaste.